I've been coming to Florida for a very long time. My home base is Delray Beach. It's right about in the middle between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. Delray is centrally located with a lively shopping and restaurant scene along its main strip, Atlantic Avenue, and the Intracoastal. The historic downtown streets are paved with old clay bricks and are lined with mature shade trees smothered with Spanish moss. I have a routine when I arrive. I jump in a car and I take a 25-minute drive along Highway A1A north to Palm Beach. It's a familiar route and I love seeing dense groves of old trees and perfectly manicured front gardens in front of the grand beachfront mansions with views of the oceans darting in and out along the drive. There are stretches of this road where it feels as if you're driving through an untouched tropical rainforest. Of course, nothing can be further from the truth. Every tree and shrub have been planted by man. As a matter of fact, there's even a house that has 2 giant baobab trees flanking its front entry gate. Halfway through the drive, in Boyton Beach, I pull over to take a walk along the beach. Perfectly clipped barrier of sea grapes create not only a buffer zone between the houses, parking areas, and the beach, but far more importantly, they prevent beach erosion and are home to nesting turtles. As you get closer to Palm Beach, the houses will become grander, privacy hedges taller, and gardens lusher. Old world architecture rubs shoulders effortlessly with ultra-modern waterfront living, and in no time, you will be approaching the intersection of South Ocean Boulevard and Worth Avenue. As you're getting closer to Palm Beach, the landscape design will begin to visibly change. Creeping fig is carefully trimmed to create intricate green panels on the privacy walls. These are the original living walls. And ficuses, a small tree we're used to seeing indoors up north, are a robust 15-foot green wall maintained into a crisp, formal, evergreen hedge. Welcome to Worth Avenue, Palm Beach's commercial heartbeat and one of the world's most exclusive shopping districts. You will cover the whole length of this street on foot from its start at the east end fronting the beach to its western end's famed Everglades Club in under 10 minutes. But be prepared to spend a day meandering through courtyards and shops. You will definitely want to grab a table in one of many restaurants under a shady canopy of bougainvillea vines to have a memorable lunch or dinner. There are few destinations where the worlds of architecture and gardening intertwine as closely as they do here. Most of the distinctive Moorish Mediterranean-style architecture you will find here on the Strip was designed by Edison Meisner, who was passionate about recreating the style seen in his travels throughout Europe and South America. With backing from Paris Zinger, heir to the Zinger sewing machine fortune, the street development began in 1918. By 1923, Worth Avenue, with its unique three-story buildings with stores and courtyards connected by pedestrian vias on the ground floor and offices and residences on the floors above, transformed the street into the Worth Avenue we see today. Mosaics and tiles are everywhere, a reminder of the different times. A detailed modern architecture has dispensed with as a necessary and fussy, but this is a different world. I will not go into the history of Palm Beach too deeply, as this is a YouTube channel dedicated to gardens and gardeners, but I will say that this is a very unique garden destination, the likes of which you're unlikely to encounter anywhere else in the world. Every square inch of the space not dedicated to real estate is lovingly planted up with tropicals and cared for. Planter boxes and pots grace entrances to the stores and private residences. The world of architecture and gardening are not the only happy coincidences in Palm Beach. For decades, the go-to design brand for socialites was, and still, is Lily Pulitzer. Nothing says Palm Beach, foliage and tropics, like her floral dresses. And yes, it was that Pulitzer she was married to. The mood of tropics, leisurely dining, and ocean are everywhere on Worth Avenue. Secret spots hidden deep inside the leafy courtyards, resembling European village, beckon you for a delightful experience surrounded by tropical foliage. Each plaza, no matter how large or small, receives equal attention. Larger ones have tables and chairs, welcoming public to linger and take in the atmosphere. Tropical plants climbing toward the sun turn three-story high buildings into living walls. Pots and planters are everywhere, brimming with all sorts of plants, some familiar, other exotic. The trickling sound of small fountains is everywhere and is part of the soundscape of Worth Avenue. Falling water creates a calm ambience, creating slower garden-like atmosphere. Via Misner is on the National Registry of Historic Places. This was once a home to Edison Misner, who designed a 5-story apartment for himself that anchors this via, one of my favorites. There are several boutique stores here and one of the neighborhood's most popular restaurants, Renato's and Pizza al Fresco. Several companies and guides offer a variety of architectural, historical, and gardening walk tours in Palm Beach. These popular strolls are usually held December through April, Worth Avenue high season. You will learn the historical significance, architectural history, who were the famous residents, and of course you'll hear the colorful anecdotes about various misbehavings of the local celebrities. If you like me, and if you're interested in all things gardening, you will not want to miss the Garden Club of Palm Beach's Spring Flower Show in mid-April. Palm Beach is unique. Mediterranean design touches are everywhere. 1 minute, you're in southern Spain. Next, you're in a village in Provence. And yet another turn of the head brings you to alleyways of Marrakesh's souk. In Florida, the sky provides for the best possible backdrop to practically any garden color scheme. Here, yellow variegated croton practically explodes with color against the blue details in tiles, tableware, and the sky. Each little cluster of pots is a miniature composition reflecting the store owner's taste. I particularly love how vertical space is being used in a subtropical climate using orchids and other epiphytes. There are a few color combinations that clash more than tangerine orange and hot fuchsia pink. But here, with all the cobalt blue tiles, blue awnings, and the skies, these colors work together just fine. Here, bare stems of vines whose foliage is high above on the second and third floor of the building are being put to good use hosting a miniature orchid display. Their aerial roots are perfectly happy without any soil, drawing moisture from humidity in the air. Perfectly manicured green walls and panels of vegetation are regularly maintained by work of many gardening crews, the real heroes of these impeccable gardens. Keeping these vias fresh and vibrant throughout the season takes a lot of manpower and plants. I think I found the business responsible for the orchid arrangement at the entrance to this via. This is such a lovely display of air plants and orchids. This antique shop puts up a dazzling display of pots every season. This winter's arrangement boasts spectacular selection of bromeliads and cascading string of pearls. The fountain in Hibiscus Avenue is a welcome respite after all the walking. There are tropical water lilies year-round, and the trickle of the small fountain heads creates a soothing atmosphere.
Where you guys from?
Yeah,